How was this church able to send out Paul and Barnabas? They weren't like the B team. Okay? They weren't JV. These were the top-notch teachers and leaders in the church. They sent out their very best. How could a church do that unless they had spent considerable time beforehand developing leaders who could take their place once they were gone? You want to be ascending church has a culture of leadership development. And I'll be the first to admit we're not real great at this. We've got some gifted leaders, we've got some, good staff, but one of the weak areas of our staff is that we should do a better job of equipping the saints for the work of the ministry. It's just kind of the assumption that when you get into ministry, you get hired on by a church. Well, you get hired on to do a job. You get hired on to do ministry. And in some ways that's true, but your primary job is to equip the saints for the work of the ministry. The Apostle Paul and Barnabas, you remember that they taught the church in Antioch for a whole year. But in teaching them for that whole year, they weren't just teaching them doctrine and what it means to be a Christian. They were teaching them concepts like, if you're a member of this church, then you have a ministry. Every member of our church has a ministry. Everyone is involved and plugged in at service in some kind of way. And that's one of the expectations we have for all of the members in our church. We don't maybe do a good job of communicating that. But when you become a member of our church, we want you to plug into a small group. That's important. Plug into community. We want you to support the mission and the vision through giving financially. We want you also, though, to find a ministry, to find some place in this church where you fit, you plug in, and you support the cause. You support the Great Commission by getting engaged. And our promise to you when you do that is to try to develop you to the best of our ability so that should God call you somewhere, sometime, maybe to Colorado or Minnesota or to Brazil, that whatever church you plug into, you plug in as a helpful member, someone who is able to support the mission and the vision, and not just someone who sits and soaks up Christian information for the rest of your life, but that you're engaged.